My music. God, dude, I'm telling you, my stomach feels weird after that. Did I not? Did I leave my phone? Oh, it's over there. I'm all over the place, dude. I'm fading fast. Okay. See, I think what I'm doing right now, okay, so think about this for a second. What we're doing right now and this model that we're proving opens the door for like you and Justin to do like a vertical series. Yeah. Where you guys shoot a docu-series where maybe you take a young athlete or Justin or one of you and you go, hey, let's go build our vertical. Yeah. We'll take a starting point and do like a whole performance docu-series, and going into it,
I've been trying to, I've been wrapping my head around like other ways that we could do stuff with the MPTV as well. So
yeah.
I think that's really good.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully this lays the foundation and blueprint for like, and then our wheels will just get spinning on like.
That'll be so fun too.
Hella fun. So I mean, I was telling Katrina, I was kind of not excited about this because my time spent on other parts of the business are so important that it's like this project could end up being just let's get some subscribers on MPTV, which doesn't do shit for the business. Not really, at least. And okay, maybe it's a little bit of a decent commercial for MAPS 15. So okay, maybe some program sales, but still not worth my time. But if we can make these paid, and now that covers the cost of my team, the business makes a little bit of money. Now I'm inspired more. So, and then also lays the formula for us to do this another one. I mean, so now I'm excited.
Yeah, and I think as well, like the future of like having a team of trainers and stuff, I think there's a lot of content we can do with that.
Yeah.
Like having like our trainers get on video.
Imagine a series with trainers, like a whole coaching series, a series that's like how to coach a client on squats who can't squat very well. And it's like a whole like 5-part series. Like, yeah, no, it really opens the door for a lot of cool, fun things that we can experiment with. So no, I'm with you, dude. That could be a blast. All right. So today I'm gonna powder my LMNT. I actually already drank, I drank a can earlier. So when I recorded the podcast, so today I'm going to do the powder just because I like to save some of the ready to drinks, or else we crush those things like crazy. And again, I'm doing double right now. This is like per Supplement Sal. He's like, dude, you're so low calorie. You're all whole foods. You could easily bump that to 2 of those a day. So I'm actually rocking 2 of these a day now. One, I'll do the ready to drink. And again, for all the haters when it comes to like electrolytes and stuff like that, like if you eat a bunch of shitty processed food and a ton of sodium already in your diet, then you probably don't need it. But I'm on a whole foods plan. I eat clean right now and I'm pretty low calorie, so it's very relevant for what I'm trying to do. So
See you, fellas.
See you, dude. Yeah. Great job today, guy.
Yeah.
You made it to the photos. Justin struggled a little bit, but you made it. You guys missed out on the most epic. He was picked up every shot we did. She's always like, yeah, could you move your head? Could you tilt it? And then Justin's like this. He looks like he's taking a shit in like every photo. And then you know, Justin, like if you point it out, then it just makes it worse. It just gets worse. I fucking love him, dude. I love that. Oh, my boy. I think I'm supposed to take 7 of these. I can't remember. 7 of them, a couple times a day even. Who would have thought? You know what, though? This is the thing I love about the guys. Is that if we're wrong about something, we don't have a problem admitting it. We might resist it a little bit, which was totally Sal before we did that interview. He was barking about even doing it. And then, thank God, Angelo, who we interviewed, was a science nerd. That's the only way to get to Sal. You can't have some salesy guy or somebody who kind of bullshit. Somebody who brings the studies to him to convince him completely shifted and changed his mind. And all of ours, for that matter. So let's talk about what's going to happen today. It's going to be a little bit different. So I'm going to prime some back stuff still for the same reasons why I keep telling you guys. I'm trying to get that posture. It's feeling a little bit better. Shoulder's still not great, but feeling better. So we're going to keep touching that. So I'm going to do some lat pull downs light on the free motion to get started. And then I'm actually just going to do some bullshit arms today, which as we get deeper into this program, these are actually exercises that I sometimes don't even do because I trained so much arms as a kid that it's a very responsive area for me. But the thought process today is I overstretched or overreached on my squats like I thought. And so I'm sore as shit. So ideally, we would have been coming back around to either a deadlift or a front squat or some lunges. And I'm still so sore that it doesn't make a lot of sense. So I'm going to give myself another day of recovery on that. And then probably tomorrow I'll address some legs. But even when I do the legs, I'm probably going to do either bodyweight lunges or like some of the sled and do something that's more or less intense so I don't damage as much again. So that's what we're doing today. Today we're going to do some lat pull downs. We'll start on that. And again, I'm going to go light, little isometric holds. This actually has become one of my favorite exercises. I don't know who I can credit. I'd like to give credit to whoever I saw do this first. Oh, you know what? Let me plug my phone in real quick. I'd like to give the credit to whoever I saw do it first. I don't remember. I'm sure I stole it from somebody. But I don't see that many people do this, and I like it. I like to do a lat pull down from the ground. And maybe it's because I'm a heavier guy, and so my body weight is enough to keep me on the ground. Maybe if you're like a little petite dude like Doug, maybe it doesn't work so well. Little jab at Doug right there. Just make sure he's watching. We'll find out if he is, right? So I really like it. I'll show you guys. I'll also give you guys a little lat pull down trainer hack. How to get better lat activation in it. So that's probably pretty light. Let's see how that feels. I'm gonna go all the way to the ground. So, oh yeah, that feels good. Good, nice, good stretch. Oh, that feels good. I'm gonna just hang there for a second. Okay. You know, one of the cool things about having this videoed is I love to go back and watch my movement patterns and my technique. You know, it's one thing to feel it. It's another thing to be able to see it on the camera. So another really positive thing about shooting this right now is I'll go back and watch. So yeah, I like this. Here's the lat pull down tip. This was like game changer for me. I remember my first couple of years as a personal trainer. You'd get your client in there, you're all nervous, you're just getting started. Lat pull down's like a staple exercise. And you get these clients that just, they pull down with their forearms, their arms, their shoulders are all, and that's because everybody's so rolled forward, right? So everybody's got this kind of upper cross syndrome, right, where the shoulders are all rolled forward, and they get in and they go lat pull down, and the bar's pulling them forward as it is, and they're trying to pull down, and you're like, oh, you feel that in your back? And they're like, no. Feel all my arms. And you get in there and you demo it like a trainer, all perfect, and you can't seem to get them to move their body correctly because the weight is working against you. And so no matter how you articulate it mechanically, this is also a mistake too. I always used to see my Smarty Pants trainers do, right? They try to use all the verbiage that they learn in their certification, which would just go right over the client's head. And then again, I wish I could credit who taught me this, but I remember telling the client that instead of pulling the bar down, I want you to bring it down, and then I'd stop them. And this applies even if I'm doing independent handles. I stop them right here, and then I'd say, okay, from here, don't pull the bar down or don't pull your hands down anymore. Pull your chest up to the bar. And that cue of teaching the client to pull the chest up to the bar, what it does is it naturally retracts the shoulder girdle, engages the lats, and now they got a beautiful lat pull down. That tip, that hack was like game changer for helping clients. After that, I was able to help everybody. But I probably went a good solid year or two training clients, trying to figure out how the hell do I get these people to do this right? So think about that as you pull down, you get down about halfway, that last bit, instead of thinking pulling down, think about pulling your chest up, and that'll get the shoulder girdle retracted and down. That'll engage those lats really well. So that's what I'm thinking about when I do this, right? I'm also thinking, after I squeeze the lats and I come down, I'm thinking about keeping them tense and flexed and then resisting. So it's come down, pull the chest up. So now I'm squeezing the back, squeezing those lats really good, and then I keep the lats tight as I slowly resist and then let them stretch all the way out. But they keep that constant tension on those lats. Big back, big back. Just like the squats there as an example of planning to do 15, that was 12. Again, and when you're first starting, whether this is you're first starting getting back or you're a brand new lifter, the quality of the movement trumps the weight, it trumps the repetitions. And so even in something like that, my plan was to do 15 reps because that's what I did to start. But as I'm moving through that, I can start to feel it getting so fatigued, my back getting fatigued, that now I'm starting to come out of posture a little bit. Now I'm starting to feel it in the forearms and the shoulders. And as soon as I notice that, I'm done. Back's already fatiguing. That's enough reps. I could have squeezed out easily another 3 and got to 15, but I care about the quality of the reps. I'm trying to focus on the lats in the back right now. So if they start to fatigue and go elsewhere, again, it's not necessary. So, and I don't care how long you've been lifting for, even as long as I have, quality of reps always takes precedence over weight. I'll do one more of those. Do one more. I'll even lighten it up a little bit just because I had to shorten the reps. And again, this is me just really working on getting my shoulders back. That's why all the attention with the back stuff. The idea of the arms today, sometimes I'll do that in a routine. If I notice I've been training really hard, especially if I notice that my calories aren't really high to support all the activity and the work and the recovery, sometimes I'll move to, this is a way of me modifying the intensity, right? I guess I could still have done really light leg stuff, but I haven't touched my arm. I haven't done any arm work at all since I've started. And so arms are really low intensity. It's easy. So that's another way of me kind of modifying intensity when technically I'd be doing another leg movement today. And it's not me bitching out and not doing legs. It's because I don't need to. It's like, they're so sore right now, I need to recover. Tomorrow we will though. Tomorrow will definitely be legs. And hopefully, I'm hoping they feel a little bit better, because I would like to do something like front squats or Bulgarians or weighted walking lunges or something like that. But I don't know, we'll see. We'll see if I'm still as sore as I am today. I'll have to do something more or less intense. All right, last one. A little bit lighter. See around 10 or 12 reps. We'll see how I feel. Oh, yeah. Oh. There we go, get 15 out on that one. Oh, a little bit lighter, felt good though. All right, let's do some arm stuff. I'm gonna do some body weight skull crusher stuff. I like this. It's a movement that I think it was actually when I was bodybuilding, I started, I remember when I was bodybuilding, you train so much, and especially when I was training for like 3-4 years, and your volume of training gets extremely high at that rate, right? Obviously, in order to keep progressing and increasing volume over time, by the time you're going 3 years of competing, I'm doing a lot of volume, right? That's what like MAPS aesthetic and MAPS PED looks like, is that high of volume is like inspired by when I was competing. And when you start getting that high, like, you start running out of exercises. You start doing all kinds of cool creative stuff. And every once in a while, you come across something that's not as conventional that you really like. And I think what I like about this movement is the stretch that I get on the triceps, and that I can also play with the intensity of it by how close I move my feet or where I place the bar here. This is going to be probably challenging considering I'm pretty weak right now, and this is down here. This is where I'd like to be. So we'll see if I keep it there or not, or move it up. But basically, you're going to see me dip my head down in there and just use my body weight to skull crush. And I think the natural kind of rolling back gets a real good deep stretch on the tricep and that extension. It's become one of my favorite little moves. So start with triceps. Oh yeah. Those would be a little bit challenging. You can do that with the suspension trainer really good too. So that was that is going to get me sore if I stay there. You'll notice my hips are kind of piked up a little bit. That's just to take the intensity off because it's a little harder. You could also make it easier by bringing the bar up higher, right? So it's not as much body weight having to be controlled. So the lower you go, the more intense this gets. The higher you go, the easier it is. I can also take a little bit of the intensity off by piking my hips up. If I was in a perfect bridge, it's more body weight that my arms are controlling. I think that's why I like this movement. It's easy for me on the fly to adjust the intensity. I don't got to move a bunch of weight. I can just play with my foot position, play with my hips being piked up or down, pull the bar up real quick or down, and change the intensity of it really well. So I think I fell in love with it, and then it feels so good. I always get a great tricep pump from that movement. Now, thinking about quality of reps with movements, even small ones like this, in isolation exercises, the whole time I want to try and keep tension on the tricep. So probably a common mistake I see in a movement like this is the wanting to just like dropping my body weight in and then just pushing out. Of course, you're going to get tricep activation when you push out. That's the elbow flexion is what your triceps are responsible for. So of course, extending is going to get that. But the trick is being able to resist on your way down and keep the tension in your tricep. So common thing you always have to teach clients is the negative portion of an exercise is staying mentally locked in to that muscle and resisting with that, right? You'll see a lot of times when people do, if this is any exercise, even the one we just started with lat pull down, like a common mistake is lat pull down, squeeze the lats, and then they let go. And they relax and they let gravity or the machine pull them forward but what you'll see I was doing was squeezing, and then I'm keeping the lats engaged as they come up. The same thing goes here for like this tricep skull crusher. We're gonna drop down. Of course, pushing up, you feel the triceps, but then on my way down, I don't want to just drop my body weight. I want to resist, and I'm mentally concentrating on resisting with my triceps. So I keep that tension on the tricep through the entire range of motion. Quality reps matters more than the weight. Okay, let's see how this feels. One more of those. Are all the boys training in the morning? Are you guys training in the morning? When are you guys training at? Morning. Early? Yeah.
Josh can be like a hit or miss. Some mornings most mornings he does, but then sometimes he'll train after, depending on like what he plans to do MMA wise.
Is he more consistent with his MMA than he is the lifting, or does he do both really good?
Well, before he hurt his ACL, he was doing both.
Yeah.
Ever since his ACL, he's just been lifting, and then now he's starting to get back into MMA a little bit. So.
Yeah. Did you guys look into anybody to move the spa and everything over?
I reached out to a couple companies, haven't heard anything back, so I'm informed on that.
I'll ask Katrina. Katrina and Jerry know people that move stuff for us too, so I don't know if you've reached out to any of the ones that have already moved stuff for us. Yeah, she'll tell you who's done some stuff like that. Now, between the arcades, the spa, you guys got a squat racket that's starting to turn into a little
a little man cave.
Yeah, a little cool man cave actually. I gotta go over there and go check it out. I ain't been over there to check it out yet. Okay, last one. A lot of times too, I'll normally just go right into bicep curls with this light ass weight since I don't probably need much, but I think I'm gonna do dumbbells. I'm in a dumbbell mood. I think I'm gonna sit down because I'm being lazy too. Oh boy. Wow. Whew. All right. Bicep curls now. When I was a kid and I first got into working out, I don't even know if you can count it working out when you don't know what the hell you're doing. All my buddies and I did were bis and tris. Bicep, I think I trained bicep and tricep probably 4 or 5 times a week. I tried to attempt to do chest exercises, but I had the weakest chest ever. I had terrible mechanics. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I didn't have anybody who was teaching me or telling me what to do. And so I just did a lot of arms. But the only good thing about that is now in my 40s, all that arm training, I don't have to do very much anymore. Get them going. There's definitely something to be said about muscle memory, and you know, we always talk about on the show that lifting weights, building muscle, it's like investing. All those years you put into it. The cool part is you can lose all that muscle like I did, and just getting it stimulated again, doing the right things, eating right, and it comes back so much easier than it was to build. It took so long, it felt like, to build a physique that I was proud of and not insecure about in my 20s. Okay. So I'm just gonna do some alternated dumbbell curls, some real easy work. Now my concern, before I even get started, I'll tell you right now, because of my posture, is this tendency of this one wanting to roll. So we'll see if I stick with this or not. I wanna make sure my mechanics are good. In fact, can I see myself in the mirror a little bit? Can I slide over a tiny bit, Dylan? Just so I can kind of get, I just want to be able to see. Okay, there we go. We haven't really used the mirrors much, but big fan, not for vanity reasons, but for mechanics. That's why I actually really enjoy the video stuff, because I'll go back. What I'll be watching is watching my form and technique. I don't care how long I've been doing this, there's plenty to critique still. I'm sure the YouTube trolls will be quick to let me know. Okay. Oh, okay. Shoulders retracted, good posture. Okay, that was pretty easy, but I think I'm gonna stay there still. I easily could go up 30, probably even 35s, but I actually know that I don't have any muscle endurance right now. So even though the weight feels kind of light for me, I bet after the second set right here, fatigue will set in. And then again, my form will start to break down, so I don't even want to risk it by going up right now. Man, I can't wait till these workouts get up to enough volume where I feel big pumps. Right now, I don't feel that pumped up from the workouts, just because the volume of it isn't very high. I think most of us that love working out love that pump, love that feeling of being all aired up. Something addictive about it. What did Arnold used to say? It's like coming all the time. I don't know if it feels that good, but it feels pretty good. All right, let's see if that muscle fatigue sets in right here or not. Yeah, I can feel it already. Oh yeah, that started to break down. Well, that's a good call. I even felt it break down a little bit right there. So in my left arm, exactly the side I thought would happen, muscle fatigue starts to set in, and then I have this tendency to want to rock the shoulder to get it up. And part of being an aesthetic guy or caring about that stuff, I want symmetry. I want my right to left look the same. So my right, I could have kept curling with good form. My left starts to break down. Left starts to break down. I'm going to mirror that with the other side. So probably another mistake I used to make as a kid. And a lot of people have this discrepancy from left to right. Almost all of us have some sort of discrepancy. One of the ways to balance that out, allow the weaker arm to dictate what the other arm does. So in this case, obviously because of this injury, this has gotten, left is actually normally my stronger arm, but because of what happened, this is weaker. And so I could feel the form starting to break down. So that's it. That's the last rep. That means this one's done. Even though I could probably done 4 or 5 more easy on that side. So, and that's just to keep that symmetry. I don't want to train the one that's so much stronger, keep training it. I want to keep them balanced. This one will eventually, it'll catch up, especially as my injury gets better. One more, D, one more. Kind of miss being the buff guy.
Your arms look like they're blowing up a little bit already.
That's from all those years of training nothing but them. That's why I don't know if you heard me saying that. As we get deeper into my programming, this will probably be down the road, but once I'm really hitting my stride, body's all building back to my better form or technique or physique, I want to say, I'll actually a lot of times skip arms. I get them enough, and once I start rowing really heavyweight, once you start pulling, deadlifting 400 or 500 pounds, you'd be amazed by how much stimulus the arms get just from pulling heavyweight like that and pushing heavyweight on the bench. Once I start bench pressing 315 plus, my triceps get a little bit of work. And then because I've trained them so much, and that has become a strength of mine, I'll tend to scale back and I'll work on the other muscle groups. Again, thinking symmetry. I already had developed arms. So really the only reason why it's like what we're doing today is just because I give my other muscles a little bit of a break. I'm pretty much sore everywhere else. So it's like, okay, I'll do a little bit of an arm pump today, get some work in. All right, last one. Last one, we had to cut the reps a little short on that last one. I'm sure we're gonna have to do it again. This will probably be it for these. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to cut it real short, I can tell already. See that right's really easy, but this one, that's it right there. Oh, yeah, it's hard to do that because that was easy on that side. That's all she wrote on the left. That's it for the lift today, big dog. It's a wrap. Tomorrow I'll be in here, you guys. See you guys on the probably leg day. Leg and maybe either chest or back. We'll see.
Are you gonna come in here to work out tomorrow?
Yeah, I'll come see you guys in here. I'll try and keep it consistent with here as much as I can. I know inevitably we'll have to do some at my house where I'll just get some clips with my phone or whatever like that, but I'll try and shoot as much as we can here.